Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of sipping from the cup that is the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement. Week over week, we listen to a new track from start to finish. Man, we started this in 2019, January 2019, and here it is, 2021, the future. Flying cars, rocket packs, jet shoes, but we still have like regular toilets. It's so weird. I don't understand. I am uncool and underqualified to be doing this job, yet here I am doing it with a gusto. How are you doing? I am okay this week. I was a little whiny last week, and I apologize for that. There was a lot that I sort of got clobbered with in one stretch. And I really want to thank those of you who reached out to check in on me. Means a lot. I got to tell you, it fucking means a lot. It's so strange that people that I've never met give a damn. And that's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. And I want you to know that I reciprocate that feeling. And I think you're all pretty fucking wonderful too. So there's that. Still no vaccine here in my arm. I am needleless. They are starting to vaccinate 50 and above in the west end of my city, but no dice on the east end. And even if they did, I'm not 50 and above, although I would consider getting a trench coat and one of my kids and disguising myself as a 50-year-old. So there's that. How are you in terms of this crazy-ass global pandemic? It seems so strange that we're in year number 2 of this horrible mess. Our city just opened up, and as soon as we opened up, our numbers went sky high, and now they've closed everything down again, just as the sun has started to shine. And I don't know about you, but I live in a place where there are seasons, and when they change, particularly from winter to spring, we go outside, and we go outside in a big, big fucking way. And to be told that we can't sit on a patio and drink beer right now is, near crisis. It's a terrible, terrible thing. So here I am whining again. Man, I just can't stop whining. I get this microphone in front of me. Maybe that's what I should do when I go to my psychiatrist, which it looks like I found a new one. Maybe I should take a microphone with me. So I'll open up. I'll just put it in front of my face and say, hey, it's JD here, back for another week of emptying my brain into your lap. I don't know. In terms of Pavement news or band news, there isn't much. Bob appeared on a podcast this week. I don't recall which one it is, but if you follow him on Twitter, he tweeted it out. And just as a general plug, if you don't listen to his 3 Songs podcast, you're a crazy little duck. That's what I have to say to you. You really should be listening to that. It's great stuff. And Bob, in general, just a fucking great guy, right? Man, if you've interacted with him on Twitter or email, just great. So there's that. This week, we are diving deep into the Spit on a Stranger EP. We are at the 4th track of 5. And it is The Porpoise and the Hand Grenade. It's an interesting song. This song has a, how would you describe it? Almost a Carrot Rope-esque vibe to it with the, the plinking sound effects and sound arrangement, I suppose I should say, to sound like a music journalist that I am. But it's far out. This song is far out. And if I haven't said it before, listen to it on headphones. You should listen to all this stuff on headphones or, in a car driving really fast, but safe but fast, but safe, but fast and loud. So this is one of those songs I could drive safe and fast to while listening to it loud. What do you say we give it a spin now? And then on the other side, we'll talk about it a little bit more. This is going to be a shorter episode because JD doesn't have much to whine about this week and there wasn't any pavement news. So there's that. This is Porpoise and the Hand Grenade on Meeting Alchemists, a pavement podcast.
Divergent, who don't raise the flag for the sake of a volleyball, bitters and rag. But you'll never try, you'll never collide, but wandering a piece of the shakings you tried. There's a pattern of the marketplace, see the value of what you never had. There's a pattern in the target face, see the liquor line when they flounder. There's a porpoise in the hand grenade. There's divergent ways to make me love you. There's an armature and enemas. There's a spangled life that you should harden. From above, shaking the trees, shaking my love. But my happy Monday, you see that it's Monday. When everything gets all the high that we're wrong. There's a matter that we'd like to share with all who are concerned about progress. It's never gonna get to me, 'cause I'm broken and I know I'm wishing. You're a Kevin chain. You're a Caden chain. You're a Caden chain. You're a Caden chain.
Isn't that wonderful? That's so a song that JD would not normally dig were it not so peppy. Structurally, very unique. It doesn't really have a traditional structure, and you know me, I am a traditionalist. In fact, I'm wearing I don't know. I was going to try and think of something very traditional that I could be wearing. The traditional garb of a 40-something-year-old white man. So there's that. Hey, I thought of something I can bitch about. I can bitch about the fact that I bought this EP on Discogs and it still hasn't got to me yet. Now, the fella that I bought it from shot me an email and said, "Hey, man, I'm moving. Can you give me 10 days?" And that was 13 days ago, and I haven't heard from him since, or her since, and I don't know if they've dropped it in the mail or not. So I don't have liner notes to give you any tidbits, if there were any tidbits in the liner notes, in terms of, where this was recorded, when it was recorded. It sounds like it was a session, part of the Terror Twilight sessions, because again, it's got that sort of carrot ropiness to it. But from a production standpoint, it doesn't sound finished. So I guess, it's a B-side, so it doesn't need to be finished. But at any rate, I'm pissy that I didn't get that EP. I hope I get it in time for the final song. on this EP. Now, I do have Major Leagues EP in hand and ready to roll with the wind with that one. So there's that. Okay, the Porpoise and the Hand Grenade. Have you got a beat on this? I don't have a beat on this. And I know I say that far too often, but this is word salad if you're asking me. Their Malk is he's found a really nice melody, and I love it. Maybe that's what it is. I just love the melody of this song, and I love that ending. I love the ending. I love that you get the false ending and then the walking bass and then dun 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 dun. I don't know why I like that. It's something that they don't do very often. Have a sort of tight finish to a song, so that's pretty cool as well. I love the beginning, how spacey it is, and then it gets into that lovely melody. But as far as lyrics go, there's stuff in there about volleyball. I believe the lyric in the song is there's a porpoise in the hand grenade. And that's odd to me. That seems, a little strange that a porpoise would be in the hand grenade. And that lyric is followed up with there's divergent ways that make me love you, which to me, there's a porpoise in the hand grenade. There's divergent ways that make me love you. So is he talking about a porpoise or a hand grenade? Those are the divergent ways. You could come in with a blast, or you could come in with beauty. Not that a porpoise is beautiful, but you know what I'm saying here. But then the next lyric is there's armature and enemas, and neither the. Well, I guess again you're talking, things that are nice and things that aren't nice. Not that armature is really nice. The other thing that I looked up in the song was it ends with "You're a cadent chain, you're a cadent chain, you're a cadent Jane," and actually it's "You're a gib and chain, you're a cadent chain, you're a cadent chain, you're a cadent Jane." And cadent could mean a couple things. Cadent could mean somebody with good cadence. Somebody's got good cadence, so they're singing with cadent, something along those lines. Or it can also mean the process of falling, which is an older definition apparently, but that's what it could mean as well. And a chain falling is strange. Is it somebody running from prison? I don't know. That's a real stretch. That's a real fucking stretch, JD. What are you talking about? But you got patterns diverging. Don't raise the flag for the sake of a volleyball. Bitters and rag. I don't know. Word salad to me. I think this is Stipeism 101, where you find that melody and then you throw out words that sort of fit the cadence of the melody to structure something that really works. And there's, other than Michael Stipe, there's really none better at this technique than our very own SM. So there's that. What do you think of this song? What do you have in terms of a beat on this song? Do you have one? Send me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmist.com. Or if you wanted to, you could send me a DM on Facebook if you're part of the Facebook group. In fact, I got a DM earlier this week, and I'd like to share that with you now. This one comes from my old pal Knives Millions, and he says, feel free to read this on your show. He says, hey, JD, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. Hey, man, thanks. Thanks for that. The same thing happened to my cat recently. I know that's not exactly like your situation, but it definitely hurts. Cancer is a motherfucker. Couldn't agree with you more. Took my mom too. Fucking cancer. Anyway, I was listening to your Harness Your Hopes episode just now, and I wanted to share some thoughts. First off, I didn't know about Pavement in 99, but when I discovered them in 2006, I was getting most of my music from the illegal downloading program, LimeWire. Not condoning that, just that's how it was happening for me back then. The thing about LimeWire was the most downloaded songs from any artist were typically going to be underground fan favorites since the label and artist had nothing to do with that platform. The popularity of a song was entirely determined by how much people liked it, and it's a great song. My theory is that this got carried over into the streaming platforms and left us with our current phenomenon. Hey, that's a great theory. I was never into LimeWire. By that time, I was legit, and I was using iTunes or whatever. But I remember using Napster early on, and I remember a lot of bands, you got, rarities and B-sides, because that's what people were uploading. They were uploading their bootlegs and whatnot. So we had access to all this shit that we just had never had access to unless you had, like an Amoeba Records style store in your neighborhood. Toronto has a couple of those, but I didn't have the loot to go out and buy, rare B-sides. But anyway, I digress. Back to Knives Million. About the lyrics, I have no idea what the song is about, and I doubt anyone else does either. But I think I caught a little wordplay trick in the line, "Show me a word that rhymes with pavement." A couple lines later, he says, "Don't you try to etch it or permanently sketch it," which I believe is a reference to the word engravement. It's a slant rhyme, but that's the kind of thing Malcolmus is known for, and I think that's pretty cool. Thanks for the great episodes. Keep it up. Thanks so much for reaching out, first of all. That's real cool, and thank you for that. I think you're bang on. And I don't want to say I feel stupid for not noticing it, because I think that was a really good sleuth work on your part. But, now that you've said it to me, I've listened to the song probably 3 or 4 times, and it hits me over the head. I think you are bang the fuck on. I hadn't considered a slant rhyme, but it's clever and it's cheeky. And that is the MO of SM often. So there's that. That's what I've got for you this week. It's been really great talking to you. And we're back on a regular schedule here. This is going out to the bonus feed early, so that's good. And everybody else is going to get it on Monday, so that's good. And I'm really kicking myself because I had this fun thing prepared for you for April Fool's Day, and I fucking whiffed it. I dropped the ball and didn't get it out in time. So maybe if I'm still kicking next year, April 1st, I'll do that for you. Or if you're interested in hearing it, I can release it to the bonus feed or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If you want to hear it, let me know. That's about it. Yeah, that's what I got for you. So take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and of course, wash your fucking hands.
Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingmalcolmus.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Malcolmus.